Welcome back to Beyond the Sold Sign Real Estate Unplugged. We are your hosts and favorite realtors, Naya
And Lauren.
and we're so excited to be back with you all for another episode. Let's jump into this listener's message.
I love watching HGTV shows, but I'm starting to feel like the home buying and selling process looks a lot easier on TV than it does in real life. It seems like everything happens so quickly and perfectly. What are the parts of buying or selling that shows like HGTV don't really talk about? You are not imagining it,
Right,
okay?
that's
I'm gonna tell you
real.
this. Them shows are 30 minutes, maybe an hour long. We can
Yes.
promise you that you are missing a lot. And a lot of it, I feel like, is like the time, the planning, and the patience that goes into buying and or selling.
Yes.
So you're definitely not imagining
They be like
it.
home 1, home 2, home 3.
After
and then
commercial break,
After commercial break, you see which home they chose, and it's like, and they're moving in or they live there.
They live.
So yeah,
How many months done went by? They done moved into the house. I'm a ding dong. You got what is happening? Yeah, you are very definitely not imagining
Exactly.
this. So them 30-minute episodes. So let's see. HGTV usually shows touring the homes.
mm-hmm.
Like you said, maybe choosing finishes depending on which show
Right.
you're looking at,
Yeah.
right? Touring homes, choosing the finishes, and then the big reveal moments.
Yep.
That's like, but it makes sense because the shows are there for entertainment, not necessarily education.
all the hard. Yeah.
So that's what we're here for. Okay, we're here for the education part. So I guess the main thing that they probably don't show is the financial part,
Right.
getting approved. Like they come
ready to tour.
the biggest thing, I be cracking up because people be like, why is it that every time you watch, like, we're going to say with house hunters, you watch house hunters, why is it like this type of profession plus this type of profession and we can afford a $1.1 million
Yeah.
house? Knowing darn well in real life, those two professions, whatever they may be,
LOL.
definitely are not affording a 1.1. It's more like a $350,000 house. So it'd be funny because people say that all the time, like, why is this profession automatically you can afford this? I feel like something's not right because the math is not math.
Yeah. And another little funny is like when it's a couple, it's always one person in the couple has like a high budget idea.
Oh, yeah.
Like, oh yeah, my budget is this. And the other person will be like, my budget is this. Y'all have one budget.
Yeah.
What is the budget?
That's
very TV because we're not doing that. What is the budget?
It is very much one budget. We do not play about that. That is true. I didn't even think about
Like you don't
that.
have one and you don't have one. It's
together.
one together.
Because y'all got one pre-approval letter. It's not like we know how much y'all can afford. So why is your budget this and why is your budget that? But see, HGTV don't show that. They're not
Yeah.
showing you the pre-approval letters. They're not showing the process. Is that because it's a boring process? Like they need to come out with a
Maybe.
show. Like, let me show y'all how to get pre-approved.
Yeah.
That's a plug. We want to start a show. Yeah, with that. But I'm trying to figure out like why wouldn't they show the beginning? Obviously, I guess it'll be too long, right? It wouldn't be a
Yeah.
30-minute episode. It would probably be an hour long because you do have to get pre-approved. But I also want to see like the real life ups and downs of
Yeah.
did this person get pre-approved? Like it's like a regular show, right? And it's like, oh, did this person end up getting pre-approved for the house at the end of the show? And it's
Right.
like, no, they
Yeah.
didn't. Dag, that's a shame they couldn't do it, right? Because it's like real life, not because on HGTV everyone gets a house.
Yeah.
Everybody's
Yes,
getting
that's
a
so true.
house. So at the
At
end
least
of
for
it,
what they show us.
right. I want to see somebody not getting a house. Not
Yeah.
saying I want to see anybody's downfall. That's not what I'm saying. But that's the reality of
Reality.
it. Hey, we lost out on
Right,
this house. And
right.
I want to see, oh, dag.
Exactly.
They lost out because, like this listener said, the HGTV, it's a little, I have to get a house. Like it's going to happen for me to get a house. But when you go to real life, it's like, wait a second. I didn't know it was going to be this difficult because
Yeah.
the only thing you're watching are
the fun part.
the fun
on
part.
TV.
Don't nobody want to see. I'm like, nobody wants to see that. Well, I guess that's the entertainment part. So
That pre-approval part is very pivotal, but it can take some time.
yeah,
for sure.
okay, yeah, it can take some time. It's definitely not a quick process. And I feel like those shows. Do you think those shows record like 1 day, 2 day, 3 day, or are they like being recorded over like let's say like 3 weeks? Like one house came out like. And then they come back and record again in a week to go see another house. But obviously
Right.
it's all pushed together, obviously,
Right.
in 30 minutes. So I'm just trying to figure out like why they can't
Yeah.
do that. Like the budget discussions, the credit. I want to know what your credit score is on
Yeah.
those shows.
That would be helpful.
That would be so
feel
helpful.
Real life, and people could be like, okay, well, okay, my credit isn't on there.
Yes.
Yeah.
Who's the lender y'all worked with? Maybe that'd be a nice like
Yeah.
plug. Like, oh, okay, so they only had this couple had a whatever credit score. They were able to get into a house. Cool. What is your interest rate? We don't need to know what necessarily your monthly
Right.
mortgage payment is. It'll be nice. But what interest rate did you get based and off of your credit score? So I feel like those would be really
Yeah.
good things to see in the
To
show.
add, that would be helpful.
Yeah.
I guess the next thing they obviously don't show is that sometimes your offer does not get
No.
accepted. So
Mm-mm.
like I said, you get to
Mm-mm.
see house 1, 2, and 3,
That's
and then
it.
we see the house that they got. And again, it could be that behind the scenes, maybe there has been a time that an offer did not get accepted,
Mm-hmm.
but they don't air that piece or they don't air that
No,
episode.
they don't.
But the reality is that sometimes your offer does not get accepted.
Yeah.
And it could be nothing to do with you.
Right.
You know, it could just be that somebody was able to offer a little bit more
Mm-hmm.
or some other contingency that was more favorable for the person selling.
Right.
That's okay, but you won't see that on
You will not
HGTV.
you will
You
not
won't
see
see
that
it.
at all. You won't see inspections that,
Mhm.
they're not showing you oh, and especially like also like the renovation shows as well. Like they may not be showing you what hiccups that came about during the process or the inspections that came in, the inspectors that came in to make sure that certain things are correct with the house. And that also leads to negotiations.
Yep.
We're not seeing any negotiations. We're just saying the house is accepted.
Yep.
Congratulations. So what repair requests did the buyer ask for in order to get that house? Did they ask for any?
Yep.
What about seller credits, or did they just offer the house like as is? And
Right.
did they say, hey, we'll just give you offer list price? Or are they really negotiating terms? I would love to see that. But those are definitely some of the things that, especially when it comes to inspections, you
Yeah.
don't see that.
That would be nice to see.
That would be
That would
nice
be
to
really
see.
nice to see.
And y'all can get that in 30 minutes,
Yeah.
I think.
Let's see. I guess for a lot of times we see buying, but
Mhm.
for shows that show like selling
Yeah.
or preparing to sell,
Mhm.
we don't see all the work that goes into that, like
Right.
decluttering,
Mhm.
maybe having a yard sale, an estate sale, getting rid of things. We
Yep.
don't get to see all of that
Mhm.
most often, and any like repairs that they did to get it ready for the market. So
Yep.
that's another thing that the show won't show
Yeah.
us.
And the timelines obviously are a lot longer.
Mhm.
With everything, just because obviously we said this thousands of times already, the shows are 30 minutes to an hour. So pre-approval process that can easily take, anywhere from a few days to a few weeks, just
Mhm.
depending on how quickly the buyer is moving. The home
Mhm.
search, don't think that you'll automatically come down here for a weekend and automatically find a house. It just doesn't work out that way most of the times. You're offering negotiation. Again, they don't show that. So it'll be nice to see kind of what people are offering, what they negotiated in order to win the house. So you're not seeing that. The inspection, the appraisal, you're not getting that at all. Did the house appraise for what you
Right,
for
what
what
you
they well, for
offered,
what you
yeah.
offered, or did you get it for less? You know what?
We
I'm
don't
thinking
get
about
to
that.
see that, and that would be
No.
easy
Yeah,
to
it
put
would
in
be
there.
easy. But you know what? On some of the ones, like especially like on House Hunters, on some of those, they will say, yeah, this house was listed for 400, but we end up getting it for like
Right.
389.
They never say
Why?
why.
Why
Yep.
did you get it for 389 because the appraisal came in lower? So
We're
that is
missing some
exactly
detail.
yes. So that is one reason why, yeah. So that's another one. Your loan approval and closing. So they don't show the closing
Mhm.
process either. They just show them moved into the house.
Moved in. And just from getting under contract to getting to the closing table, that
Mm-hmm.
itself is like generally 30 days.
Yes,
The
right.
inspection, appraisal,
Mm-hmm.
all that's happening within that 30 days, but
Mm-hmm.
that's already a month. So yes, we are seeing what happens in 30 plus days happen in
Right.
30
Minutes.
minutes.
Yeah. So just know that these are the things, like each one of these steps that we just mentioned, they play a very crucial role. And trust and believe they are happening on those shows.
Yeah.
You're just not seeing them. They're not being presented because they are not entertaining enough. It's just more education. So I feel like and real estate is not supposed to feel rushed within 30 minutes. That's just not
Yeah.
um real. I mean, when it comes to real estate. So the planning, the preparation, all those moments behind the scene, that's really what makes it all come together. So when you don't see that and you just think that you're gonna walk
Yeah.
in, see a house and be like, oh, this is the one. No, it won't work out that
No.
easily. So yeah, hopefully
Well,
we answered that. Hopefully we answered your question.
we hope you still enjoy watching HGTV, but
Yes.
don't forget that there are some other things behind the scenes that are happening. Thanks for joining us for another episode. Be sure that you like, comment, subscribe, and share on all of our platforms: YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, Apple Podcasts, and any other podcast platform that you're listening on. See you next week.